Oh, I think we're almost to it already. Oh, maybe not. Yeah, we might come to Walsingham first. So we're walking along the Florida Trail. We started at the Scott Road trailhead. Basically just out for just a day walk. Nothing crazy. Maybe a 3-mile round trip, depending on how we feel. Just it's Easter Sunday, you know, in 2022, and just moseying along the Florida Trail. I gotta tell you, this section of it is absolutely gorgeous and interesting to walk even. And I'm really contemplating bringing the mountain bike out sometime and riding this trail, because pretty much this whole way has been, oddly enough for the state of Florida, downhill. So, and it's really tight and really twisty. So it might actually be kind of fun to actually, to actually ride on a mountain bike. This section of the whole section of the trail, I believe, is like 18 miles. And it goes down into the Econfina Valley, so to speak. And then it'll come back out of that after you cross the creek and go back up into the Econfina WMA lands. So there would be some uphill. Ronan, get on the boardwalk. Check out this boardwalk. Hold on. So imagine this one. I mean, this is, in the mountain bike world, would be called a skinny. It would be a feature. That was pretty cool. So since I've recently gotten, I've had to get a new mountain bike. On my one video, I believe you saw me go camping, do an overnight mountain bike trip. I was on a Diamondback. It was a 2007 Diamondback Response, so it was a fairly old bike. Anyway, that bike got stolen from out in front of my house, which honestly I can only blame myself. I got home from that trip and went inside, and I was tired, and I took a hot shower, and next thing you know, I laid down and left the bike out right in front of the house by the front porch. Oops, sorry. Right in front of the front porch overnight. And the next morning it was gone. So anyway, I've recently bought a 2015. Haley just saw a snake, and I'm glad we stopped and the dog didn't see it. Recently bought a 2015 Trek Excalibur 6. And it is a pretty hardcore cross-country bike, as a matter of fact. But anyway, so I'm kind of all about the mountain bike stuff right now. And it's my newest fascination with getting outside. I still have my kayaks. Of course, I still have the Hummer. Got to be able to get the mountain bike and the kayaks to places, right? But I'm just kind of scoping this out while we're walking and thinking about it as being a possible mountain bike ride. So anyway, you guys are looking at me and behind me. Let's take a look at this trail a little more. Well. So I'm going to be honest with you guys. This is the sections of Econfina Creek that I have never seen. I've never seen Econfina Creek run fast. Where I usually paddle it, it's usually running pretty slow because it's fairly deep. Here it's fairly shallow, and as you can see, there's a bit of almost a fall right there. This is kind of cool. And actually, I'm really surprised it's as clear. Not talking about the water clarity, I'm talking about the actual path of the creek. I'm really surprised it's as clear as it is up here, just simply due to Hurricane Michael. However, we are fairly far north from the large swath of devastation. I mean, obviously, if you can see behind me, and there's a lot of trees still standing, and it's very lush and green. But this is really, really cool. I am extremely surprised that it looks like this. And hold on, check this out. The dog's decided to go get some water. I brought him a bowl to put water in, but he's already found the creek, so he's definitely got the gut for it. This is really cool, though. Like I said, this is a section of Econfina Creek I have never been to, never seen. Never been on this trail before. Always been kind of curious to come up this way. Let me see if I can get down here without hurting myself, because I'm an old man. Oh, there we go. Not too bad. Now, this would be difficult to come through in a kayak because it gets really shallow right here. At least today it would be. But I imagine when the creek's a little higher, it might not be so bad. Look at this. Look at this crazy dog. Look at him just laying down in the water. So far, this is probably, I'm gonna have to say, the best hiking trail I think I have been on in the state of Florida, quite possibly ever. Even compared to when I was in Boy Scouts, like we went to some pretty cool places. This is just gorgeous out here. Loving it. So that is a serious log jam in the creek. And it blocks the whole thing. But this little canyon basically that it goes through, it gets a little hairy right around through here, it looks like. Where's the creek? There it is. Gets a little hairy right through here if you were gonna try to paddle this. But if you're anything like me, you kind of like that kind of stuff. It can make things pretty interesting when you have to get out and drag your boat over things, and you know, not just doing a simple float down a creek. You know, sometimes you got to put your work in to get to the places and see the things, you know. All right, serious log jam number 2. Not too far downstream from serious log jam number 1. I don't even really see a path to get skinny underneath it. So just mental notes here of possible thoughts of paddling this in the future. This would be not an easy portage. It's a good 8 foot down to the water, down this embankment. And then there's really not a way to get back into the water from here. So that would be a tough one. So that was the goal for the day. This is Two Penny Bridge, and it's a really cool little suspension bridge that goes over the creek, and it's pretty high up. It's actually higher up than you would think. So that's kind of it. We just wanted to walk out and come and see Two Penny Bridge and walk across it. And there it is, Two Penny Bridge. Goes right over Econfina Creek out here on the Florida Trail. All right, we're gonna get back now. We got about almost a 2-mile hike back to where we parked. So I appreciate y'all watching this. I'm gonna try to do some shorter videos now because I don't really get to leave the house for extended periods to do overnight trips very often. And so I'm just gonna have to condense a lot of my adventuring into just short little day trips. So look forward to that. There should be more of that coming. Probably quite a bit of mountain biking, hiking. I really want to get out in the kayak some more, but you really kind of have to drive a good long distance from where I live to do kayak trips. I mean, this was a 40-minute drive out here, nothing too crazy. Ugh, just had a yellow fly biting me on my knuckle. But anyway, yellow flies are getting crazy. All right, check y'all on the next one. Don't forget, like and subscribe. All right, here's just a quick update. I know I said, catch you on the next one and like and subscribe and, said my little goodbyes and everything. So we leave. I'm with my youngest daughter. We're walking out of here and just happy-go-lucky. There's some storm clouds coming behind us and there's a little thunder and, no big deal. And we get, I would say, within 50 yards of where the car is parked. And I reach into my pocket where my key fob was. And I say was, I already gave it away. I had lost the key fob somewhere on this trail. Well, so we go back and look for it. And I mean, I'm just, beside myself. I'm just staring down at the trail, looking at things. And she, Haley, happens to be like, hey, you stopped there to take a picture once, but you already had your phone out, but you did go down that little slope down to a little landing. And I was like, yeah. So I kind of started walking towards there, and sure enough, that key fob was sitting right there on the dirt, plain as day. So this channel used to be called Misadventures Productions, because it seemed that something always happened. And it may be called Everyman Adventures now, but they're still misadventures. And so we are hiking ourselves back out of here. We probably walked, what do you think, Haley, another mile back?
Yeah, about,
yeah. Yeah, because it's about 1.5 miles to Two Penny Bridge. So we probably turned around and walked back almost a good another mile. And finally found it. So now I'm signing off for real. I don't know if you can see the sky behind me. It's getting a little gray. We already had a couple raindrops on us. We're getting out of here. If it wasn't for this young lady right here, I would not have found my key fob. And we'd have walked all the way to Two Penny Bridge and back again and not found it. So, whew. We're out of here for real this time. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button. If you want to see more videos like this and maybe even check out some of my other older videos, hit the subscribe button and go check them out. This is Everyman Adventures. I'm out of here. Peace.